In 1960, when Domino's Pizza first opened, its entire day's sales amounted to just $14. Who could have imagined that a newspaper delivery boy, without the support of a father or the love of a mother, would one day become the owner of over 18,000 pizza outlets? But this victory against adversity was far from straightforward. Starting with borrowed money, the pizza store faced countless challenges on its path to success. At times, it nearly collapsed. At others, all savings were lost to fraud, or a partner betrayed them. Most strikingly, the store's original name didn't even belong to them. Legal battles costing millions, and a damaging viral video threatened the reputation that Domino's owner built over years. This is the story of Thomas Monahan, who, despite these hardships, rose from nothing to create a billion-dollar empire. Welcome back to Zim Voice Videos, dear viewers. Born on March 25, 1937, in a middle-class family in Michigan, Thomas Monahan's father was a truck driver struggling to make ends meet, while his mother worked in a nursing school. At just 4 years old, Thomas lost his father, and his mother, unable to support her children, handed Thomas and his brother Jim over to the government for 7 years. Thomas's childhood was filled with hardships. No father's support, no mother's love, only the strictness of government foster care and boarding schools. He couldn't properly complete high school or college. Though he managed to gain admission to the University of Michigan, he lacked the funds for tuition. Life kept throwing challenges his way. Eventually, he started delivering newspapers door to door, where he began learning the basics of business and never missed a chance to save money. Just as he was getting back on his feet, his small savings were lost to a fraud. In 1959, a turning point came when his brother Jim brought an idea that would change their lives. Jim, a postman, also worked part-time at a restaurant owned by Dominic Devati. Dominic had a struggling restaurant he wanted to sell for a low price. He demanded $500 for it, but it came with a $2,000 debt that the buyer would have to pay off. When Jim shared this with Thomas, they decided to buy the restaurant and work together. They took a $900 loan from the post office and purchased the restaurant, keeping its name Dominic's. In return, Dominic shared some recipes and taught them how to make sauce. They planned to operate the restaurant from 5 p.m. to midnight, allowing Jim to keep his post office job and Thomas to pursue his dream of studying at the university. On December 9th, 1960, they officially opened the restaurant and made $14 in sales on the first day. For the first week, they didn't even have a phone, so all customers came in person. They later started a delivery service, hiring 2 factory workers on commission. Within 4 months, their daily sales reached $78, largely due to a nearby college. But when the college semester ended, sales dropped to $28. Jim, tied to his post office job, barely contributed to the restaurant, leading to frequent arguments between the brothers, even escalating to physical confrontations. 8 months after opening, Jim left the business, despite it being his idea. In exchange for his 50% share, Thomas gave him a Volkswagen used for pizza deliveries. Jim happily took the car, unaware of the massive opportunity he was giving up. Thomas became the sole owner but had to work full-time, abandoning his university dreams. He often stayed at the restaurant, surviving on burnt pizzas. Slowly, sales picked up again. He hired 2 helpers, and daily profits reached $78. In his spare time, he visited other pizza stores for market research. During this time, he befriended an Italian restaurant owner who shared a famous sauce recipe. When Thomas applied it at Dominic's, customers loved it, and sales soared. Someone suggested opening another branch, but Thomas needed a partner to manage the original store since Jim was gone. He found a partner in Jim Gilmore, a well-known local restaurateur. They agreed that Gilmore would get a 50% share for $500 and manage the first store. However, Gilmore didn't have the money up front and promised to pay later. Desperate for a partner, Thomas agreed. This proved to be a costly mistake. Gilmore, a known alcoholic who had gone bankrupt twice, mismanaged the store, leading to declining sales and pizza quality. Thomas suspected Gilmore was stealing cash. Worse, the partnership agreement cleverly stated that Gilmore would only share profits, not losses, leaving Thomas to bear all financial burdens. Thomas tried to end the partnership, but legal issues delayed it. Eventually, the matter went to court, dissolving the partnership, but Thomas suffered significant losses. The next challenge came from Dominic DeVati himself. Seeing Thomas successfully running 2 restaurants under his name, Dominic grew jealous. He, too, operated a restaurant under the same name, causing customer confusion. He demanded Thomas stop using the name Dominic's. This was a devastating blow, as Thomas had poured his heart into building the brand. Advised to choose a similar name to stay competitive in phone books, Thomas and his team brainstormed for days. A pizza delivery driver suggested Domino's, which Thomas loved. From then on, they operated as Domino's, adopting the domino tile as their logo, with 3 dots representing their 3 stores. At the time, with a new name, Thomas focused on improving recipes and profitability. A pivotal moment came when much of the staff took leave, forcing Thomas to simplify the menu to just pizzas. That day, Domino's made its highest profit, teaching Thomas that a smaller menu increased efficiency and profits. He removed extra items, focusing solely on 8-inch and 12-inch pizzas. Noticing that dine-in facilities required extra staff and reduced profits, he revolutionized the delivery business by using cardboard boxes and delivery pouches to keep pizzas hot, innovations pioneered by Domino's. This gave Domino's an edge over competitors like Pizza Hut, whose branches focused heavily on dine-in. While Domino's streamlined operations and maintained higher profit margins. By 1967, after 7 years in business, Thomas began franchising, opening stores near colleges and military bases where pizza demand was high. Instead of mainstream media, he advertised in college newspapers, which were cheaper and more effective. Within 2 years, Domino's opened 32 franchises. By 1969, they had 42 stores across Michigan, Vermont, and Ohio. And by 1978, over 200 outlets across the U.S. Domino's success seemed unstoppable, but challenges persisted. In 1980, Domino's delivery service was a hit, prompting competitors like Pizza Hut to focus on delivery. To stand out, Domino's launched a bold campaign in 1984. If a pizza wasn't delivered in 30 minutes, it was free. This skyrocketed sales, as customers loved the deal: fast delivery or free pizza. By 1980, Domino's grew from 200 US branches to 5,000 globally, becoming the fastest-growing restaurant chain. However, this campaign backfired. In 1989, a 17-year-old Domino's driver died in an accident while rushing to deliver a pizza. The incident made headlines, with reports claiming Domino's fast delivery caused 20 fatal accidents in a year. In another incident, a driver ran over a couple, killing the wife, resulting in a $32 million fine. In 1993, another accident caused a girl's spine to break, leading to a $78 million fine. The 30-minute delivery campaign once their greatest asset, became a liability. Thomas ended it, but the damage was done. Controversies continued. In 1998, Thomas sold Domino's for $1.1 billion. In 2009, a viral YouTube video showed two Domino's workers unhygienically preparing pizzas, sneezing on them or using unwashed hands. The workers claimed it was a prank and no pizzas were delivered, but the damage to Domino's reputation was significant. Despite this, Domino's now has 18,848 branches worldwide, surpassing Pizza Hut by 145 branches. With just 13,500 employees compared to Pizza Hut's 350,000, Domino's generates 4 times more sales. Globally, Domino's produces 3 million pizzas daily. Their chef, Jagros Jaff, holds the record for the world's fastest pizza maker, creating 3 large pizzas in just 70 seconds. We hope you enjoyed this Zim Voice video. Please like and share, and thank you for your love and comments. See you in the next exciting video.